Britain has a long and proud legal tradition. Unfortunately, we've never been very good at tidying it up. Here are 5 British laws that are still technically enforced today. Some are ignored, some are enforced, and all of them refuse to quietly disappear. First up, it is illegal to be drunk in a pub. Yes, a pub. A building whose entire business model is alcohol. This comes from the Licensing Act of 1872, introduced to deal with Victorian public disorder, when being drunk usually meant fighting, shouting, or lying in the road wondering where it all went wrong. The law is rarely enforced today, but the more modern equivalent to being drunk and disorderly is used nowadays. If the person is drunk and also causing a problem, legally speaking, drinking is allowed. Being successful at it is where things get awkward. Next, it is an offense to handle a salmon in suspicious circumstances. This one sounds like a joke, but it's real, from the Salmon Act 1986. Despite how it's often described, this doesn't mean looking dodgy while holding a fish. It means handling salmon when you know, or should reasonably suspect, that it was illegally caught. The law was introduced to tackle salmon poaching, which was damaging rivers and wildlife. And unlike most laws on this list, people have actually been prosecuted and fined under it in recent years. So yes, suspicious salmon is funny, but it's also one of the few things here that can still genuinely ruin your afternoon. Third, you are not allowed to slide on icy streets. This dates back to 19th century public order laws. When turning the pavement into a slide wasn't festive fun, it was considered a hazard, especially with horses and carts everywhere. There are no modern arrests purely for sliding on ice, mostly because police have better things to do, and also because arresting people for enjoying snow would cause a constitutional crisis. Next, you cannot walk cows down the street in daylight. This one comes from Victorian urban traffic laws. Back then, livestock regularly moved through cities on their way to markets, and doing it during busy hours caused injuries, chaos, and furious letters to newspapers. No one has been arrested for this in modern times, largely because most people don't own cows, and those who do tend to keep them away from city centers. But the law remains, just in case civilization collapses slightly. And finally, if a whale becomes beached in Britain, it must be offered to the reigning monarch. This dates back to medieval law, when whales were incredibly valuable and classified as royal fish. Back then, a beached whale meant wealth. Today, it mostly means environmental officers and a lot of emails. There are no modern prosecutions under this law, and no one seriously expects the king to accept delivery of a whale. But legally speaking, if one washes ashore, it's still not entirely yours. So those are 5 British laws that technically still exist. Some are forgotten, some are enforced, some are quietly waiting to be broken. Because in Britain, we don't delete laws, we just forget where we put them.
If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, give it a like and subscribe to this channel. See you next time.